what does Captio say that they do, and how do you like them? What does Podium say that they do, and how do you like them? Same thing with ChatGPT and Momento. What use do they have? And for our listener who's a podcaster, and like, is it good for that? What would you say if we went down that list?
Yeah. So the tools that you mentioned, Captcha, Podium, Momento, those are tools that are specifically targeted at podcasters. ChatGPT is one of the 2 or 3 dominant AI models, like the Bard by Google. There's the one by Bing. And so ChatGPT,
what do you mean they're barred by Google? What is that?
Google has they're basically an AI engine is, one of the systems that have all the data in it and does the calculations and does the creative. So there's ChatGPT, which is from OpenAI, is one of the best known one, but Google has its own, which is called Bard, which you can join, which does similar things to ChatGPT. And then Bing has a tool.
Okay.
These tools are a lot more powerful. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the podcasting tools actually connect into the ChatGPT engine to speed out their results. But if you will, they put a layer on top of it. So I'm going to just stick to the podcasting tools. And I'm going to talk about the use, which is the easiest, which is you have just recorded your episode. You need to do show notes. You want to create maybe social media posts from it. You want a transcription. You want to find the part that are more interesting. So all of these tools allow you to upload an episode. And then after a little bit of time, they give it to you. So I have tried that with Momento, as I mentioned, in the past, when it was in the beta phase, with Captcha and with Podium. Captcha, I found the interface very complicated in some ways. It doesn't give you the result immediately. It makes a transcription and then wants you to do edits. I tried the free version for 2 weeks and then it charged me. When I went back this week to do the test with the episode that you and I were a part of, it had basically charged me, but it had erased my old files, and I wasn't able to upload the file from our episode. So I can't speak to it. I know I don't want to be overly negative on the tool because I know that Harry Duran has been using it for a while and finds it very helpful. I probably didn't dedicate enough time to figure out how it worked. But the reality is that when I tried Podium, the output for me was a lot easier and faster to come through. So Podium, you upload the episode and then it gives you, it shoots 2 or 3 text files that you can download that have various things. So there's a highlights file, there's a show notes file, and then there's a transcription. And maybe something that may be helpful is I can go into the show notes from the episode that you and I did together, episode 331, and just tell our listeners a little bit of the things that it said, right? Because so to put that in context, imagine you're just dropping this into a browser and then about 10, 20 minutes later, you get all this output. So it starts with like episode keywords, podcasting, authentic leadership, listenership, content creation, refining questions, etc. Then it gives me title suggestions. Exploring authentic leadership, meaningful content creation and client acquisition in podcasting. That's an example. This is the episode where you and I were talking about having goals. Navigating the Odyssey of podcasting. Art of authentic leadership and content creation for podcasts. Chasing success in podcasting through authenticity and creativity. The journey for authentic leadership to client acquisition in podcasts. Mastering the art of podcasting, leadership, content, and client acquisition. Exploring the power of authenticity and creativity in successful podcasting. So
I will say real quick, I like a couple of those. Now it spit out maybe 7 ideas, but I like a couple of them better than what my team ended up titling it.
And that is the point. I think that this makes the heavy lifting faster, because right now, if I have to come up with a title right now, instead of starting from scratch, I have the 7 that I can look at. And I can say, none of them really works, but I can mix this two and create this one. And this is how I've been using it. I've done 2 episodes from my podcast taking a look at the output from Podium. And that's what I've been using it.